What's the agenda of the meeting again? Hey, let's go get some coffee. Are you saying that I need to be there in the meeting as well? I completely get it. I am on board with you guys completely. So let's set up a meeting to decide what is it that we need to decide in the next meeting. Feb 11, 2022. Does that work for you guys? Do you know what he did yesterday? So I just got done with the UAT and I found 11 bugs. 11 bugs, guys. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Mansisanghavi and here's where we talk about career development. Today's video is for all you aspirational product managers. I'm going to share some secrets about what is it that you should not be doing and some of the common mistakes that product managers make. So let's get started. There's no such thing called as a perfect product. I'm not doing a propaganda of shoddy work, but if you are a product manager, you need to understand that you should not be running behind perfectionism. The more you spend time in making a product perfect, you're actually losing out on time for your go-to market. Through my experience as a product manager over the last few years, there are top 5 or 6 things that I have realized, and today I'm going to share with you each one of them. So the first one is around design and UI UX. I know everybody thinks that product managers work with designers to understand what the UI and UX, which is the user interaction and user experience, should be. But if you don't have a great eye for design, you know that your product is not going to be top-notch. A product manager understands or he knows what the customer mindset is, which is why more than the designer and the tech team, the product manager needs to know what buttons need to be where, what are the colors you need to use, and how does your front end and the back end integrate together to make the product more awesome. In today's world, because products are delivered so fast and there's not much of uniqueness left around, you need to understand what the customer's mindset is out of the product or the feature that you are developing. Say, for example, you're working in an e-commerce firm. There are so many e-commerce companies out there. So what is your competitive edge? That's what you need to deliver. And your customer's attention is going to be less than 10 seconds when he looks at that particular page, app, or button. So you need to be extremely careful of how are you going to grab that person's attention and make them do what you want to do on that particular platform. For this, I recommend the 10-second rule. If you can grab the customer's attention in 10 seconds and navigate him to the next item that you need to click on, then bingo, you have actually acquired a new customer. The second mistake that product managers make a lot of time is building products because it's a great idea. Now think again, do you think if a great idea could always give you good products? Everybody has ideas coming at every second hour. Do you think all ideas are going to be successful? No. The reason being because most of the ideas are not solving user needs or problems. So when you think of an idea, you have to relate that to what the business needs are, and you have to answer the question if it really solves a user problem. Let me give you an example. So before some time, there was not much of a trend of health bands and fitness bands and smartwatches. But certain companies created a need around it and they made the user feel that if they want to feel healthy, if they want to get into fitness, they need to buy a health band or a fitness band. And right now the industry is booming. After Apple, there are so many smaller companies who have come out with more affordable products in the market, and every second person is wearing a fitness band. Does this mean that fitness is coherent to what the user is wearing? Absolutely not. But what the new idea did was it created a need in the minds of the users, and then it navigated and penetrated into the mass audience. Another awesome product that is doing really well right now in the market is a Bluetooth key finder. it is targeted towards people who are older, who are living in big houses, or who are living alone and often forget where their things are, especially important things like wallet and keys. So do you think that people would actually like this product? Of course they would, right? Because a lot of us are facing the problem of forgetting something and you don't want to waste that time. So this particular product is solving a problem of a user, which is why you need to keep asking your personas or the customers, do you think that X is really a problem and only Y will be the viable solution that you are providing through your product? So it's always important for us to understand, is this really a customer's problem? If yes, only then start investing in ideas which will actually solve that particular user problem. The third thing that a lot of product managers, or even for that matter, a lot of people in an organization do not know is a difference between what a customer versus a user is. Now let me show you, or let me explain you that a little bit in detail. A lot of times when we talk about customers, it happens in B2B businesses or markets where you're selling tangible products, or if you're selling big softwares. Why? Because you're dealing directly with the sales team, procurement team, people who are making these financial decisions. Now, when you come into a product-based company, you need to understand that although the procurement cycle is done by these people, the actual users are people who are working on the tech side. So if you're working in a SaaS-based company, maybe you are selling this product to another business, but the actual users of that product is somebody who's going to be in a development team. So whenever we write a user story, we always say, as a user, I should be able to do ABC. That's what your user need is. And what your customer needs is, what is the ROI of the investment that he or she is making on this particular product? So when you're going and creating a feature, it has to suffice your customer as well as your user needs. Only when they both are in line with what your product is offering for them, your sales will be high. While identifying what a customer and a user needs, you should actually develop what is called as a customer persona. Each product or feature can have 2 or more personas. This leads to our next most commonly made mistake as a product manager, which is not knowing what your customer persona is. A lot of times we work on business problems, we work on problems that customers come up with, or something that we found out through our own research or data. But we forget to understand who are we making this product for actually, which is why it's really important for us to sit down, think about who my customer is, why does he want this, and does he really want this? Because a lot of time customers might come and tell you certain things, but that's not what they want in reality. It is always said that you should be close to your product but closer to your customers. Your customers are your best friends to make you go in the right direction while you're creating new features, while you're resolving bugs, and while you're thinking of expanding that product into different horizons. So what you need to do is sit down and think about, who are you serving? So a customer persona is nothing but, it describes a person, what are their personality traits, what do they like, what they don't. And one of the easiest method is doing empathy mapping, in which you can ask interview questions to this particular user or the set of users who are in your target segment, and understand what is it that they are thinking, feeling, saying and doing. Once you have all these 4 things mapped in a quadrant, you will understand if that particular persona really is in line with the feature you're developing, and if the feature that you're developing is in line with what the user actually wants. The fifth and the most common mistake that a lot of product managers make is they assume a shipped product to be a successful product. Now imagine this. You worked really hard for a few months on a particular feature. A lot of people have worked on this product day in and day out, and you were looking forward to the launch of this product. The company does a sales announcement that this is a new product coming out, all your customers are waiting for it, the release notes have gone out, and emails have been shot to your customers saying that, hey, on 15th of September, this particular feature is coming out. You know the excitement that you're holding within, and as soon as the day comes of your product launch, you know that this is a successful day for you as a product manager. But think again, does success really mean just launching that particular feature? It really doesn't, because you need to understand what is it that it's doing for your users over a period of time. The success of a good product is always related to the KPIs, which is the success metric of that particular feature. It could be bringing in more customers, it could be solving a particular problem, it could be giving you more ROI on the company. So it's always important for us to understand that the 50% milestone is when you launch a product, but the other 50% is being in retrospection of how good or bad that particular feature has been for you over a period of time, and being extremely regular with the data and the matrix around it. If you're not able to measure the success of a feature, then you've been completely off your game by not evaluating the KPI of that particular feature. So these are the top 5 things that I have seen product managers do, and even I have sort of stumbled upon these things over a period of time and made my way through them. I hope it helps you not to make these mistakes, especially if you're a new product manager or an owner in a new company, and it gives you some direction in the right way. Thank you for watching the video till the end. This is Mansi Sanghavi. Do subscribe to my channel so you are always updated with the new things that I come up with.